Okay, Phil, it's so good to see you. Thank you for sharing your time. I want you just to share openly. Tell me your experience on the Social Workers Launch to Freedom program in your own words.
Yeah, I'd say it was that trepidation or apprehension before of knowing that I don't want to be a full-time permanent social worker and just trapped in that years and years and years. And I knew I wanted to grow and develop. And I'd heard about it. It was a webinar. I just heard. I don't know how. I got a link on LinkedIn or something to Nicola, and she was running this Launch to Freedom. And it just sounded so inspiring, and it sounded like, oh yeah, that's what I need. And about independent social work, I hadn't even realised what independent social work was, and was it actually a thing? It opens up opportunities, inspiration, hope. There's something could be different in the future, and that was really exciting. And also then it was a few stages of where you're actually thinking, right, I'm pre-contemplation. Okay, now I'm really thinking about it. And then you commit. And then we actually get started on the journey. So I suppose that actually, I probably was thinking about it for about even a year before kind of signing up. Wow. But I'm glad I did sign up. Yeah.
Okay. So share a little bit about when the program started. What were some of the myths that you had that were dispelled?
I suppose that social work is all about local authority, and it's all structured, statutory. You have to go through big agencies or local authorities. So I suppose that myth definitely was dispelled, so that you can be a qualified independent social worker, and you can work in schools, you could work in your local library, you could work in church or whatever. You could work in any of these areas and be a social worker. And we can almost take a bit of inspiration from how they do it in America or Australia or wherever, where it's kind of rebranded, and actually as social workers, you can be a therapist, you can even do marriage guidance therapy. You can get out there and help people at their point of need, because there's so many transferable skills. So yeah, that's good. That was really exciting. You're not trapped in a statutory kind of thing. And then it's about how you see yourself, how you brand yourself, how you open up to opportunities out there.
Absolutely. And what did you learn about yourself on the program?
Yeah, I think you do go through quite a learning curve. You're asking yourself, can I do this? Am I fit for this? Am I capable of being freelance? Am I capable of being independent? Or am I using the local authority as it's like a safety net, and you've got that safety and security. So I suppose you learn about yourself. It's about overcoming imposter syndrome. So you think, yeah, actually, I could be an independent consultant, and people can come to me for my expertise. So you have to almost learn a bit of appreciating yourself and getting confidence and realizing your worth, and that you can do it. You can help people. You are worthy. You're kind of a channel, really. You're like a conduit. And then you have to learn a whole new set of skills as well about being self-reliant, self-organized. There's a whole load of virtual assistants out there. There's a lot of technical stuff, web design, keeping updates, posting, social media, all that stuff. So you've got to be quite good at that, or get someone to help. Yeah, I suppose that's about setting up your infrastructure. As an independent social worker, you set up an infrastructure, and then you make the break. Yeah, you get your contacts and you start doing the work.
Yeah, and one things that we learned quite a lot about was creating a client transformation blueprint and utilizing 8 income streams that serve you but also serve your clients. What did you find your niche was?
For me, myself, my niche really is definitely, I've done lots of social work with young people in trouble through youth offending team or through children families team. So lots of young people with adverse life experiences, feeling that they're lacking potential, feeling that they're not sure where they're going. So I suppose I'd say I'm really youth orientated, and also about maybe they're not in mainstream school or they've been excluded. So I've done quite a lot of youth crime films and work in schools with restorative practice. My niche would be really to combine my experience of working as a statutory social worker and then also my work in film. So my work in storytelling, narration, working on plot, working on acting classes, and how story is really key. You're getting someone's story out, where they want to go, visualizing their future and transporting that into the medium of film. So yeah, I've been doing fair few films in schools with young people, getting help with the camera, that kind of thing.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, and that really opens up stuff. Dance, drama, art. Yeah.
That's so exciting. So you're officially semi-independent, fully independent. How would you describe yourself right now? Because I know right now you're still building your other income streams, but you're already utilizing one of them. You've really gone out there. And I think you've developed a lot from when I first started talking with you on the free Breakthrough Consultation to now, where, you know, even though your entire business in terms of all of the income streams and all of the programs and services you're going to be offering have not yet been completed, but you're not letting that hold you back. You're going for it. You've already started serving and making an impact. How does that feel?
Yeah, that feels good. I like the word you said, serving. It does feel good to get out there and do it. It's actually quite full on. Film work, it can be really intense. And at the moment, it's just been me doing all the technical stuff, directing technical. So I probably need to expand in my economies to scale. But yeah, it feels good. I can handle it, but I'm semi-independent. So actually, there's definitely going to be a point where I've got to just focus on independent work totally. And I'd like to be able to branch into doing the film work and then also more workshops and really developing it into a very specific niche. That would be where I want to go. And it feels good. Yeah.
I'm excited for you. It's so good. I'm so proud of you. You've done so well. And what would you say to those that were in your position this time last year? What would you say to them about the program and about pursuing their dream to be independent?
I definitely say go for it, because if you're feeling that kind of urging, like, you know, there's something out there and you know you want to make a change, I'd say just take that step of faith and go for it, because otherwise you just end up staying trapped and you could be a bit stagnant and a bit fed up and it can get you down. And so it's really lovely to be able to open the door where you just think, there's hope, I can do something. So I'd say go for it, develop it in your own way. And I think it'd be really good for the industry, actually, if independent social workers are really accepted, an accepted phenomena, so that they're not just doing assessments, court assessments, parenting assessments, but they're actually going into other, even smaller businesses, even helping people in problem solving generally. I mean, I think social work skills, they're unlike any other. I mean, we're so flexible and kind of dynamic, and problem solving, all manners of problem, and negotiating with diplomacy. A lot of places can use those skills.
Okay, excellent. And moment of truth, would you recommend the Social Workers Launch to Freedom program as the way for social workers to become fully independent in a very different way?
Yes, I would. I'd recommend it. I would. I mean, there's probably sort of a multitude of ways, but I don't know how many programs there are actually out there. So I think Social Workers Launch to Freedom is probably one of the only courses out there like that. So I'd say, definitely utilize that and do your research and get your experience. But the course is really tailored and developed so that you've got all the answers at your fingertips, kind of thing. And it's great having the group. I mean, it's just a lot quicker and a lot easier, and you can just access resources. Otherwise, it'd probably take you a long time to sort of scrabble around on your own trying to find it all out. Because I don't think there's many websites with information resources out there, really.
I certainly haven't seen any, which is why I've created what I've created for social workers, because when I was becoming independent, I wish I had that, and it wasn't around in the way that I teach it. So this has been such a great conversation. Thank you so much, Phil. So I encourage people to look out for you, and we're definitely gonna do some more live streams. We'll do some live streams together again, where we'll do a case study and we can talk some more about your business and share what you're doing so people can find you. Thank you so much. Any last words that you want to say? No, just sort of be hopeful. You are doing a good job. You are chasing things for the better, and actually it's not all doom and gloom and bleak. It is a rewarding career. It is a vocation that you get pulled into, and then going independent breaks it out even further, breaking out the mold. So all the best to everyone out there. Lovely. Thank you so much. Cheers. Thanks, Nick.